All right, so now our life wheel exercise. This is one of my favorite exercises to really give me a look at how my life is doing. Really, the goal for me would be a 360-degree life, right? All areas of my life balanced, flowing, full. And this is going to allow me to see what areas I need to improve on. Most likely, if you're human like the rest of us, we have some areas that are really strong and some areas that are a bit weaker, right? So this is going to allow me to see what areas need attention, where can I place my focus, in what categories can I place goals and action steps in order to improve that category, so that way I have a more balanced and flowing life. So what you're going to do is looking at this. This is just one example. You can Google life wheel and other examples will come up, as well as you can just make your own if you want to change the categories. All right. So on this wheel, we have business and career, finances, health, family and friends, romance, physical growth, fun and recreation, and physical environment. And so for each of these categories, I just kind of listen to my gut. What does my intuition say on how that's going for me? A 0 being terrible, non-existent, and a 10 being full power, full fulfillment, everything's peak as it can be, right? So I just kind of ask myself, how's this going for me? And what I'm going to do is draw a line across where the score is, and then after I fill all of these out, I get to color it in. And the idea of coloring it in is it really gives us this look of a wheel, right? And if I ask myself, how would my car function if it had this wheel? Well, if it's all, 2s and 7s, it's going to be kind of clunking down the road, right? And so the idea would be that I would focus on my weaknesses and in my weak categories and improve those categories to add more balance and flow to my life. And if everything is balanced, then it's going to flow much smoother and everything can expand together because everything supports each other, right? So in this example, I have scored business and career at a 5, finances at a 5, health at a 6. Let me turn on my pointer here. Family and friends at an 8, romance at a 4, personal growth at a 7 or 8, fun and recreation 8, physical environment 8. So now as I look to set goals, maybe I'm not going to set goals in my physical environment, right? It's already an 8. It's doing pretty good. But my romance, if that improved, right, that would add a lot more balance to my life, and the romance is going to support everything else, and everything else is going to expand, right? So now I look at my 3 lowest categories, and I'm going to take those out and put them down below here, 1, 2, and 3. And these are the categories that we're going to focus on to set goals, all right? So here it is for me. My examples, again, are romance, finance, and career. Those are my lowest scores. And so from here, inside of this category, what goals can I set? And this is just going to be a brainstorm. On the next videos, we're going to go into much more detail on setting goals, breaking them down. And the thing to learn is that goals are like an onion. All right, there's many layers to it because one big goal has action steps and little goals inside of it. Those action steps kind of become the new goal, and there's action steps inside of that. So for now, all we're doing on this life wheel is just seeing what areas can use improvement and then brainstorming a handful of goals that would improve that area. And whether they be like big future goals that will take lots of action steps, or they could be literal action steps. What can I do today, tomorrow, to improve my health but it could be lose 50 pounds and it could be go for a walk tonight, right? The lose 50 pounds is going to take a lot more energy and effort, but it's a great goal. Go for a walk tonight is like an action step that I can do right now, right? So just for example, on my romance category, I have 1 bold outreach a day, right? That's an action step I can do. Speak my truths and be fearless, participate in group activities, exercise, meditate, take care of myself, right? If I'm doing any of these action steps, it's probably going to improve my chances for romance. I could have on there, have a girlfriend or get married, have a family. Those would be like bigger goals, right? On the finances, for example, I did set that bigger goal, right? I have 5,000 a month in coaching clients, right? So that's like a bigger goal. That's going to take smaller goals inside of that, such as make 10 lead calls a week, right? That's something a little more short-term or action-oriented that's going to help me achieve the make $5,000 a month, right? So the point is, it's just a brainstorm, right? We're just throwing down anything that we can of what would move the ball forward, what would move me closer to improving my finances. Because if I improve these weak categories of romance, finance, and career, that's going to give me a lot more balance in my life wheel. My life wheel is going to be flowing more fluidly, have more support, and everything will start expanding. All right. So it's your turn. Go ahead and give a score to these categories. Fill it in so you get a look at what your life wheel looks like. Take your 3 lowest categories, drop them in to these areas of focus down here, and then just brainstorm a handful of goals that you can start working on the next videos that will help move these categories forward. All right. Good luck.